look at these marks. They point in that direction. Let's... And look at these. How unusual. The tracks stop here. This is where the mechanical waste... Hey! You're being... Let's split up. It's a tiny robot? It looks like it's carrying the vagrants missing and those tracks and metal scratches we noticed. It is a small robot. Doesn't appear to be a Bellabog creation. It's noticed.
Human.
Wait! Look! It appears to be trying to... Is it trying to say...
Human. Parts. Rivet. Need parts. Need...
It appears to have a malfunction. It seems that I've never seen...
Run. Escape.
No, we can't. What should we do? We gotta stop it.
Hurt. Pain. No, hurt. Don't. Pain. Suffer.
What are you looking at?
A little honesty.
Sorry. Hurt. Suffer. Pain. No. Pain.
Why?
Sorry. Pain. Suffer.
It seems to have stopped working. Yes, but why? I feel bad about this. I guess we should return this little fella and the parts. I think I can... I'll repair it. And if I can't, I'll ask Mr. Svarog for help. He always knows what to do.
Initiating assessment of the robot's condition. Please wait, Clara.
While Mr. Svarog is assessing this little fella, let's give it a quick checkup ourselves. This paint job and these custom parts, and the way the parts are attached, it's all quite strange. But one thing is for certain, this little fella is not under remote control. He's operating entirely of his own accord. Its design is, well, unique. I've never seen a robot with a design like this before. It really seems like something that was thrown together rather quickly. Its creator most likely didn't consider whether the system would function properly or not. Is it a failed robot pet creation that has been abandoned? But if it's a pet, then why would it gather parts itself? I've heard that some vagrants in the dwelling keep the little robots they find as pets. Some vagrants also make modifications to their pets, which they call pet upgrades. Pets like that are pretty rare, but some of the folks who have them have formed a small community to share ideas. Some are interested in nurturing robots. Others force them into battle. If my memory serves me right, the parts this little fella stole were originally designed for that kind of pet upgrade. That's not the word I'd use. I guess most people only see robots as tools. I'll try not to hold it against you. I'm sorry. I just suddenly felt some strong emotions. Let's get back to work on repairing the small robot. This jack's placement is odd. The chip is buried deep inside. If you don't look closely enough, you won't even find it.
Assessment of the robot's condition is complete. The shell damage is estimated to be 98.2%. The assessment concludes that a total recovery is impossible. It is recommended that the robot's external shell be removed and replaced, while keeping the outer circuitry and related transmission devices.
You can always rely on Mr. Svarog to come up with a brilliant idea. So, I guess we'll have to go find a new robot shell to fix it, right? Please don't use violent methods to solve this issue. There are other options. There must be some robot shells lying around the machine graveyard. Everyone calls it a graveyard, but there are actually lots of useful parts buried there. I'm gonna return the parts to the vagrants first, then I'll check on the little fella. Can I trust you to find a shell in the machine graveyard, big brother? Please don't say things like that. You'll upset me. Then, I'll entrust this task to you, big brother. Look for Toby at the front entrance. His appearance is crude, but he's the robot most familiar with the machine graveyard. Just follow Toby.
Hello, guests of Miss Clara. Please do as you wish. It's my honor to serve you. Miss Clara has assigned me the task of planning your sightseeing route in the machine graveyard. I will guide you down the path. Would you like to engage in super speed mode? If so, please confirm by spinning counterclockwise 10 times. Then clockwise by 270 degrees.
Cut away the heart of strife. Cut away the heart of strife.
What are you looking at? Maybe you can keep it down?
Is that fear I sense? Your breathing is erratic. Countless threads. Ooh, thus your fate and mine become one. All lies shall be revealed with perfect clarity.
Time to twirl!
I'm okay.
Naughty children, don't listen. You're in bad shape.
Time to twirl!
Do you know who I am?
Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
The foretold triumph draws nearer. Cut away the heart of strife.
Time to twirl!
The foretold triumph draws nearer. Cut away the heart of strife.
Time to twirl!
The foretold triumph draws nearer.
We have arrived at our first destination. This model is known as the Dire Wolf, and was scrapped after it sustained piercing damage during a battle with another robot pet, which caused the chainsaw's fuel tank to burst.
Robot pet battles sound a little frightening. The inside of the armor is a total mess due to being melted by the heat. Unfortunately, it appears to be useless.
We are on our way to the second destination. Please take a seat, buckle up, and hold tight. Caution! You have exceeded the speed limit. Please obey Bellabog traffic laws. On the road, safety is the top priority. We have arrived at our second destination. This module is called the Beetle, which is the same as mine. This machine was scrapped because it accelerated erratically for 7.1 kilometers after it incorrectly interpreted a command, causing the engine to catch fire and the core module to melt down.
That is such an odd reason to be scrapped. However, the shell appears to be in good condition, so I'll bring it with me.
Your trip has concluded. Please keep an eye out for vehicles approaching from the back or sides, as well as enemies and automatons. Your trip has concluded. I appreciate you putting your trust in Toby. A 5-star review for this trip has been automatically generated for you. You're welcome.
Clara, it's time for a break. You shouldn't repair machines when you have negative emotions. It's bad for your physical and mental health.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. I'm fine. Oh, you're back already. How did it go? Did Toby help you find a shell? This shell... It doesn't appear to be the same design as this little fella's. But it shouldn't matter. The structures of these small robots are nearly identical. Thank you for bringing this to me. I finished extracting that chip from the small robot. Now, all that's left to do is move all this circuitry into the new shell. Although its appearance has changed a lot, I think we did a good job. But what I just did... Is it any different from those pet upgrades that the vagrants perform?
Not compatible. Incompatible.
Huh? It's making a strange sound.
Incompatible.
What's going on? Is it malfunctioning?
Incompatible. Incompatible.
Risk level high. Clara, get away now.
Big brother, watch out! It's out of control!
Incompatible. Incompatible.
Time for resolution.
Time to twirl!
Terminate.
Phew. That was close. Fortunately, Mr. Svarak and Big Brother acted fast. Why did the little fella... Was there a compatibility issue?
Troubleshooting. Assessment. The system on the chip and the new hardware are incompatible, causing the robot to behave erratically. The current issue has been resolved. Risk level low. Alert lifted.
It appears to have adjusted to its new shell after the battle. That's great! But I'd like to keep a closer eye on it for a while. Compatibility tests should take a few days. Hopefully, it'll be all back to normal by then. I'm also curious about where this little fella came from. Could you please come back later, Big Brother? I need to look into something. I may require your assistance. Thank you, Big Brother. I'll text you when this little fella is fixed. Mr. Svarog, I'd like to give this little fella a name.
Accessing name database. Search results.
I should come back to Clara later. Not scratch.
A little honesty would do us. Care to dance?
Time to twirl!
Do you know who I am?
Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! Time to twirl!
I'm on guard.
Naughty children favor the vigor of life.
Maybe you can keep it down?
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Time to twirl!
Lance at the ready. Fracture!
Time for a shot. You're in bad shape.
What are you looking at? Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Is that fear I sense? Just a facade.
Time to twirl!
Indestructible.
I'm ready!
Nap time.
Oh, boy, maybe you can keep it down?
A little honesty would...
I'm on guard.
Naughty children.
Countless
Don't
threads.
listen.
Thus, your fate and mine become one.
You're in bad shape.
Life, so fragile like a wisp of silk. Cut away the heart of strife.
Time to twirl! You must be honored to meet me. This is gonna hurt.
Should you have a moment, take some time for a bath.
What's next on the agenda?
Kali Capo, all the good taste of Capo Kali. Kali Capo, all the good taste.
Only Hertarium are accepted for payments. No other currency is.
So strange. Seems like Asta and Arlen are in trouble. Still, it all sounds like hearsay to me. Better keep them in the dark for now. Himiko seems to be on good terms with the folks in the space station. Maybe I should tell her first.
Hey! Thanks for the invite. I'm so excited! This view isn't something you see every day. So, you guys travel across the galaxy and journey through space like this every day? Oh, that's so cool. No wonder everyone on the Express is so knowledgeable. Ugh, you really like a compliment, don't you? Just kidding. That's exactly what I thought you'd say. I've yet to experience it myself, but no one in their right mind would turn down a chance to journey through space. Boarding the Express is just one small step. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to travel the depths of the universe. After all, I did promise Branya and Nat that I'd continue to protect the underworld and help rebuild Belobog. Still, I bet there's still a chance for kids like Hook and Clara, right? Who knows? Maybe they'll be able to represent Belobog as it returns to the arms of the universe.
I'm never telling jokes again. My humor simulation circuits have taken up smoking. Care for a drink? Or perhaps some snacks? Another day with hardly any customers. I really miss them.
It's still early. Where to now? Nice. Nice.
Time to ask for the bill.
It's 100% true.
Where did they get to? Ah! Speak of the devil. I was just wondering when you might show up. Don't worry, there's enough to go around. On the house, order whatever you like. There's something I need your help with. I had to make it up to you somehow. Looks like we're not the only ones who wanted afternoon tea today, though. We'll have to stand up for the time being. Was it that obvious? I'm out of practice. Don't get ahead of yourself. This might be more complicated than you think. How can I put this? If I remember correctly, you, March, and Don Hung came here on that train. The Astral Express, right? I was wondering, is the train accepting new passengers? Boarding exam? Like a test? I can do that. That sounds like the admission system that schools in Bellabog use. I'm wondering, though, are there any restrictions against, aliens like me from boarding the train? You see, there's not much left for me here except to carry on repairing equipment in the workshop. I like practicing the guitar, and performances are fun, but the crowds are pretty small. Besides, I'm a researcher. How could I not get excited about the chance to explore new worlds up close? Everyone gets tired of living in small places like Bellabog after a few years, right? Really? You're gonna say yes, just like that? I understand. I'm counting on you. I know this is a lot to ask out of the blue, so apologies in advance. I knew I could count on you.
There goes Serval. I better send Himiko a text and ask about the request. Or I guess I could ask Mr. Yang? Or Pom Pom? Who's the best one to ask? Let's send a message to Himiko.
It's 100% true.
You know what I mean. You should go and talk to Lady Bronya, Serval. It was her personal invite, after all.
I know. Let me think about it. Oh, no, not at all. I could do with a hand, actually.
Perfect timing. Please, talk some sense into her.
I knew it. Hey! You're taking his decide already?
Serval, I understand your reluctance to rejoin the Silvermane Guards. But Lady Bronya values your talent, and she sees how much you could contribute to the rejuvenation of Belobog. So I came to talk to you about it. In any case, you should at least pay her a visit.
Okay, I get it. I'll make a trip to Klipoth Fort and tell Bronya what I really think. Sorry, I need to get this over with. Let me know what they said when I get back.
Same old Serval. Join the Express? I see. No wonder she seemed so flustered. So, that's what's on her mind. Sorry, my head's still in the argument. It's like this. As you know, my sister used to be one of the research team leads in the Silvermane Guard's technology division. Stellarons were her main area of research, but her expertise went far beyond Stellarons. She was, and still is, well versed in mechanical engineering and other fields. Immediately after her succession, Lady Bronya set her sights on Serval's talents. The Supreme Guardian wants her to resume her technological research and be a shining light for the revitalization of Belobog. However, you saw her attitude just now. I doubt her meeting with Lady Bronya will change anything. It'll probably just leave them both feeling dejected. I think there's more than one element to it. My intuition tells me this is mostly linked to Madame Cocolia's passing. Never mind. It's just a personal hunch. I've never been good at reading my sister's mind. I can tell the two of you have a close bond. If you get the chance, see if you can persuade her to open up about it. Hand on heart, I wouldn't want to see her sitting behind a desk in Klipoth Fort and sighing all day either. Belobog is too small a place for a mind as inquisitive as Serval's. Maybe it would be better for her to join you on your journey. I'll admit, I'm a little worried about how she plans on getting all this across to Lady Bronya. Are you busy? Let's go and wait for her in front of Klipoth Fort.
You know what I mean.
Doesn't seem like they've finished talking yet. I hope it's not turning into a shouting match. Let's go in.
I understand your circumstances, Serval. I respect your choice. It was my mistake to make an unwarranted request without considering your own wishes. Allow me to offer you my apologies. I hope you don't take this matter to heart.
No need, Bronya. You're a Supreme Guardian now. Don't let a little thing like this... Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I've put my own personal reasons ahead of Belobog's reconstruction.
I get it, Serval. After all, you and Mother... Sorry, I don't mean to open up old wounds, but there's something I need to ask you. This guitar, I found it after going through Mother's old things. She was never a music lover, so I thought this might be connected to you.
Cocolia... You...
Huh?
It's nothing. You're right, it does belong to me. In fact, it once belonged to me and Cocolia. It was our shared treasure.
Of course. I'm sure there's a story behind it. But that's between you and Mother. I won't pry. I hope you have an amazing journey, Serval. Do remember to visit home when you get the chance.
I will. Thank you, Bronya. I assume you heard our conversation just now. I didn't expect her to be so open-minded. And she didn't even try to persuade me to stay. She didn't summon me just to return the guitar, did she?
I wouldn't rule it out. She's good at reading people's minds. She would have known that you'd never set foot in Clopoth Fort voluntarily.
After all these years, I never thought I'd set eyes on this guitar again. Guess we're stuck with each other.
If she did, I never knew about it.
The story behind this guitar. It'll take a while to tell. When we were in cadet school, Cocolia and I were notoriously disruptive. We were always coming up with the next crazy invention. This guitar was one of those inventions. The super electromagnetic flux plate. Not really, no. She was a military history major, very different from what I was doing. Still, we hung out every day. It's only natural that my love for inventing would rub off on her. I told you it'd take a while to... That melody.
That's one of yours, right?
I didn't think many people liked that one. Seems the city might have a few nice memories of me after I'm gone. Well, it's getting late. Let's head back. Now, what am I gonna call this new song? There's no place like home. I never feel completely free out there. Chapard, can you lend your dear sister a hand? Help me pack my bags.
Am I allowed to refuse? This place... just looking around gives me a headache.
Okay, I promise this is the last time. I'm about to go traveling with him. Who knows how long it'll be before I can visit home again. You should help me pack while you still have the chance.
Fine. I'll give you a hand.
You just need to make yourself at home. You've done plenty of work already. Since you're so curious, this guitar I came up with the design, but I was never able to build it. Quick as lightning, always keeping her word. That was her way of...
If it was a gift...
I don't think anyone realized, but Back then, we were so close. We lived in the same dormitory, went to the same school together every day. That's how things were until the day we fell out. I was always looking forward to the day she'd return this guitar. And that's the only Cocolia you guys ever got to know, huh? She put it all out of her mind. You know...
Let bygones be bygones.
How did the conversation get so You know something, Japard? That guitar case in your hand and my guitar? They're both...
I never knew your guitar had a connection to me, too.
Oh, that? It's a botanical spell. As for the name...
Snowman's palm, and little lynx...
Ah, yes.
It's the only plant here that...
Hey, watch it. Anyway, this spell... Oh, that's a letter I was gonna send to my mom. There's nothing personal in it.
You're still writing to
Only to Mom. You know, I still don't get along with Dad.
You know, Serval, if you're really...
I'll think about it. Well...
It's a family heirloom.
I wanted to keep it with me. But that's the problem with the... Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I teach you...
Here we go again. You don't have to do...
The principle behind this machine and the one you fixed when you first came to the workshop is... So, I'll leave this one... I knew you were a reliable apprentice. Think about it. You helped me fix my machine the first time you came here, and now you're helping me the last time, too. That's...
Well done for putting up with her for this.
Wow, great job. Like I said, a reliable apprentice. As promised, let me tell you the story behind this little heater. Its original owner was an ancestor of the Landau family, Rhonda Landau. The records tell that during the decisive battle, she led 2 Silvermane Guard brigades. She engaged the enemy for 4... Of course. After all, she was...
Take responsibility for your...
That should be everything. You're here! Come on, let's gossip. Finally.
No easy job. Do you really want to leave Belobog and go with the Trailblazers?
Of course. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can't miss it. What's wrong, Japard? I see. Can't let go of your dear old sister, huh?
Forget it. I don't want to complicate things for you. But before you leave, I have one last request to make. The garrison is heading down to the underworld soon, to survey the situation around Boulder Town. Why don't you come with me?
Huh? You just said you didn't want to complicate things for me, and now you're sending me on a mission. Aha! You just want to spend as much time as possible with me before I go, right?
No, it's not that. I've heard there are a lot of old energy hubs in the underworld, and you're probably the only person in Belobog who knows how to inspect them. Since you're leaving one way or the other, why don't you do the people of the city one last favor before you go?
Even at a time like this, you're still... All right, I'll help you out.
Thanks, sis. You're Belobog's hero. I'm sure you must be popular in the underworld. Thanks.
I'm tired of packing. I drank all...
I'm heading back to the military zone later. Huh? All I can say is if she can remedy that Turns out I'm no good at hiding it. She's my sister. I'm not afraid of being alone. After all, there's that, communication device you gave me. It's more that I'm worried she won't look after herself properly. Then again, with capable... It's getting late. Let's get ready to move. Agreed. As soon as you're packed.
Now, what am I gonna call this new song?
You're here. Thanks again for agreeing to this. They're behind us. If negotiations go well, then Dunn will lead them down into the underworld. He's a very capable sergeant. Upright, plain-spoken, a model Silvermane guard. I assume you remember him. You and Serval ambushed... subdued him in the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. I think he was out cold for most of the action. The conflict was a product of the situation, I understand. Not to mention, he wasn't in bad shape when we found him. Thank you for holding back. Don't worry. The hard work is already behind us. The highest priority for today is establishing good negotiations with the Chief of Wildfire. I'm about to get that process underway. Serval was a little delayed on the way over, but that doesn't affect our schedule. Let's set off.
Hold up, I wasn't that late.
Negotiations will be held in the Boulder Town Clinic. Serval and I are newcomers, so you'll have to lead the way. The underworld isn't exactly how I remember it.
Feels like we're not getting many friendly looks, huh?
Frank, looking for a ticket?
Well, well, well. I don't think our little clinic has ever played host to an occasion like this.
We meet again, Mr. Oleg.
Oleg will do, son. Oh, you. You probably won't know. Our young Silvermane friend here and I had the pleasure of...
The name's Serval. I'm, and...
Likewise, miss. The more the merrier. And it's good to have you here again. It bothered me and Natasha that we never arranged a formal welcome for you. Once we're done talking, you must all join us for a meal.
We'd be honored. But to your...
Quite right. Let's head inside.
Huh. So she's your sister. The Landau family is full of talented young people, I see.
You're worried that Underworlders might still hold a grudge against the Silvermane guards. So you want to show your solidarity with the Trailblazers to build some trust. Seems like a sound strategy to me.
Rebuilding trust between the two worlds has always been a priority for Lady Bronya. People here must have felt abandoned by the guards after the passage was sealed off. If we were to simply take over the underworld in the name of the Supreme Guardian, I can only imagine how people would react.
Seems like you have a good handle on the situation. I see now why you made captain at such a young age.
So, you're also saying the guards want to work with Wildfire and use our reputation to win back people's support, correct?
I wouldn't use those exact words, but that is more or less what we want to achieve.
If that's the case, I've got a question for you. Since this offer comes from those who left us to our fate for more than a decade, how would you react if Wildfire refused? Would you use force?
She's not trying to be diplomatic about it, is she? Who is she, anyway?
The barrier between the surface and the underground was the product of the former Supreme Guardian's misjudgment and the policies that resulted from it. The people of Belobog should have stood together, but instead, we were made to blame and hate one another. Lady Bronya wants Belobog to heal, so the Silvermane guards need to regain the people's trust. But we won't achieve that by kicking doors open and policing everyone around. As a grassroots organization, Wildfire did an extraordinary job maintaining order for over a decade in the absence of the guards. I can only imagine how much work you put in to protect the underworld. I can assure you that the guards are not here to seize power. If it takes time for the people to trust us, so be it. We're willing to take small measures and serve as an auxiliary force to Wildfire to help maintain peace. I hope you can see that everything we do to rebuild trust and make Belobog work for all.
I've never really seen this side of him before. The more you learn.
That's an answer I can accept. Oleg, what do you think?
I think there's no need for the guessing game to continue. It's obvious we share the same goal. With the help of Bronya, Serval, and Shepard, we're one step closer to rebuilding a united Belobog.
I agree. Tell Bronya that Wildfire will work with the Silvermane guards on security matters. However, things aren't simple down here. Please also tell her to draw up plans in case the situation demands...
Monsters! Monsters from the Fragmentum! They're swarming toward the town!
Not good. Stay here, Natasha. The patients need you. The soldiers and I will handle this.
Understood. We'll be counting on you.
Everyone rushed outside. I should probably see what's happening.
Please, help my...
What happened?
The monsters invaded the mine. Otherwise those things would...
Don't worry. The Silvermane...
The Great Mine! The one with...
Understood. Mr. Oleg, the defense of Boulder Town will need Wildfire's expertise. Watch out.
You're a natural born. Your troops will be unfamiliar with the layout of the mine.
Thank you. In the name of the I'll go on ahead and lead the troops.
I couldn't get a word in while they were talking. A duty-bound soldier and a resistance. You know, maybe I need... You're right. I've probably been idle for too long. It's just... I see people fighting for their lives. Wait a minute. Was that Japard's... That's true. You know the way to the Great Mine, right? That's all you needed to say.
Put all artillery units on standby. We have a choke point here. Tell all infantry units to switch to double line formation. Close quarters in front, gunners behind.
Yes, sir!
Ah, you're here. Get ready. The battle is reaching a pivotal point. We have clear objectives, and the terrain is relatively easy to read.
I don't know much about warfare, but I don't see why a commander needs to lead the charge. The situation here is totally different from the restricted zone. Japard, let me and him clear the way for you.
Thanks, Serval, but I made a promise to Mr. Oleg to save...
There's no stopping you once you've made up your mind.
Let's move out. All civilians, please go to the bridge immediately. The Silvermane guards have set up a defensive perimeter. You'll be safe there.
There's a monster heading this way. What should we do, Japard?
Bring it down.
What are you looking at? Maybe you can keep it down? Time to twirl!
It made it easy for us.
It's the end of the story.
But we can't let our guards down. It's safe here. Let's move on.
Tuck away the heart of strife. Time to twirl!
The foretold triumph draws nearer.
Cut away the heart of strife. Time to twirl!
The foretold triumph draws nearer.
Japard, look! The miners have put up a makeshift defensive line.
Are you a Silvermane guard?
That's right.
Silvermane guards and, well, civilians. I saw my brother went after her, but they haven't come.
Understood. I'll bring them back.
Thank you. Please.
Oh no! Leave the battle to us.
Okay.
And you're supposed to be stronger? Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Time for resolution.
Lance at the ready. Indestructible.
Nap time.
It's gonna hurt.
Just a facade.
I'm on guard. To the finish!
You're in bad shape.
Time to twirl!
I'm okay.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Being direct is always.
Lance at the ready.
Savor the vigor of it.
You must be honored to me.
Let's keep searching for the missing girl and the miner.
Is it me or is it cold here?
Cut away the heart of strife.
Time to twirl! What are you looking at? It's gonna hurt.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Naughty children, don't listen. You're in bad shape.
You must be honored to meet me.
Just a facade.
Time to twirl!
I'm on guard.
Nap time.
Lance at the ready. To the finish!
You're in bad shape.
looking at? Time to twirl!
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Time to twirl!
The foretold triumph draws nearer. In tight confines.
You're in danger.
Time to twirl! You must be honored to meet me. Maybe you can keep it down?
I'm on guard.
Nap time.
This is gonna hurt.
A little honesty would do it.
Time for a shot. You're in bad shape.
What are you looking at?
Lance at the ready.
Time to twirl!
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Is that fear I sense?
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Savor the vigor of it.
You two. It's too dangerous here.
Okay. Thank you. Zeno, take my hand. Let's get out of here. It's so cold here.
The monsters have gotten stronger somehow.
Thank goodness we got here in time.
That's one brave little girl.
Huh? I wouldn't go that far. I only had Dad to deal with. Besides, my problem with him wasn't that he was a strict father. I just couldn't believe that he never lifted a finger to oppose Cocolia's order to seal the passageway. Vowing to protect the Underworlders in one breath, and then deciding they deserve to be abandoned in the next? Family code of conduct. What a joke.
Father was a soldier. He wasn't supposed to question the orders from his superiors. Never mind. I know I sound like I'm defending him, and I don't want to make you angry. At least now we've got the chance to right the wrongs. Running away doesn't solve the problem. It's been ages since you two had those fights. I'm not trying to change your mind. I just want to know that your choice to leave this planet is a result of having thought things through. Not because you're trying to run away from something.
My choice.
Sorry.
Let's focus on the business at hand.
Okay. It could mean something we haven't encountered.
okay.
Speaking of which, you came from that... thank goodness.
They'll be okay now. You...
I heard there's a powerful monster.
Thanks for the intel. I think he was right about the monster. You two, I've seen this type of monster a few times near the restricted zone. Ready? Here we go. Wait, don't get too close.
Huh?
These monsters are usually eager to fight, but this one doesn't seem Careful.
The air...
Stellaron! Did it just...
Steady.
Can Japard not...
Japard!
Did it just say Japard?
That noise!
Talking? Wait, you understand it?
Our names?
I heard rumors about this kind of monster. If the rumors are true...
Kaguya... You just won't stop haunting me. I try everything to put the past behind me, and yet you always manage to creep up again. Kaguya, you witch! You've terminated my race.
Calm down, Serval. It's just a fragmentum illusion.
All that time we spent together, was any of it real? It was so easy for you to just leave this world behind. Don't you at least owe me an explanation?
Serval!
Londo, stand down. There is no place for you.
Sister, I know you want Madame Cocolia to respond. But this thing in front of us is our enemy. It was born out of the evil gathered in the fragmentum. You won't get answers from it. Fight with us, sister. Let's dispel the shadow of the past once and for all. Of course, if you're not yet able to confront the past, then he and I will fight for you until your heart is ready.
You too. I'm sorry, brother. I always make you worry when things get serious. But I see what you're doing. Reverse psychology, huh? Well, seeing as we... Cocolia, let's settle this bad blood.
Not a scratch.
And you're supposed to be stronger?
Time for resolution. Countless threads. Thus, your fate and mine become one. All lies shall be revealed with perfect clarity.
Time to twirl!
Lance at the ready.
time.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Time to twirl! Momentous moment.
Is that fear I sense? Your breathing is erratic. Life, so fragile like a wisp of silk.
What are you looking at? Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
I'm on guard. Fracture!
Serval. Why do we have to stand?
The temperature is returning to normal. The monsters are retreating. I think it's safe to say that the shadow of Madame Cacolia was the reason for this invasion. The other are not, whatever the case. Sounds like something the hero of It would have taken us much longer to fight off the shadow.
I feel like something, all that noise before it paired. I see. You really made no effort to correct your mistakes anyway.
I can tell you mean it. I'm happy for you, Serval. Looks like we accomplished our mission. You two should head over to Natasha's.
Sure. Come find.
Be honored to meet me.
A little honesty would do. Time for resolution.
Time to twirl!
Lance at the ready.
Savor the vigor of it.
Is that fear I sense?
To the finish!
Naughty children, nap time.
What are you looking at?
It's still early. Where to now?
Are you hurt? Let me take a look. I see. Thanks for bringing. All in all, I owe everyone a thanks to Captain Japard. We managed to keep our losses to a minimum. How?
You're too kind. They deserve.
Sounds like you went through a lot of danger.
I'm all right. Don't worry.
Miss Natasha, we've returned.
Is that Japard?
Mr. Oleg has a pretty good handle. He's arranging for rescue teams and supply.
Looks like you guys have this. I'd love to say. Oh, there was a girl and her brother who said you saved their lives.
Natasha's right. We should make sure those children are all right.
Drink it up and you'll feel better.
But there's smoke
It's you. You saved us from the monsters in the mine. You guys are Silverman guards from the overworld. If you hadn't been there, we would have... I'll think of a way to repay you. I'll get... Thanks.
Mom and Dad went somewhere far away a long time.
So, you're looking after your...
Not really. It's my responsibility as a sister. My brother is too young to survive in the...
The misjudgment of the former Supreme Guardian isolated the underworld from but under Lady Bronya's leadership.
Captain Shepard.
Taking care of yourself is hard enough under these circumstances. Zeno, right?
Yes, Mr. Cap.
You're still young, so you need to stay under your sister's wing. Be there when she needs you. And listen...
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Captain Shepard.
You know, we're pretty good at turning a happy reunion into a tear fest. If you're not too tired, Shepard. What you said back there.
Of course I did. We can't always face problems alone and...
I know what you're up to.
Huh?
You made it sound like you were talking to those kids. Who's built...
Well...
Change of plan.
Serval, I just want you to know that I would have supported your...
I know that, Shepard. What you said was the last piece of the puzzle for me. I suddenly realized that I've always found it hard to... The first thought I have when things don't work out is to run away. After all.
Right.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had any idea about the hardships people were going through in the underworld. I have one last thing that I might need your help with. I want to see the stele.
Say no more.
Oh, but before that, I need to go back to the workshop and get something. It's all right. I've got Shepard with me. Here. Is this the Stellaron imprisonment device? They had such advanced...
This is where Madame Cacolia died.
She gave something back in death. I wanted to come here to perform for Cacolia. I'm glad you guys are here to witness it. Not the nicest spot for a show. And the equipment could be better.
The stage is yours.
Look at me, Cacolia, because I will no longer live in your shadow!
Happy?
Happy. I just wish I could have seen the look on her face. Shame. Well, that's all from me. As for tonight, let's...
So, you're getting the tab?
It's still early. Where to now?
Careful now. Don't get your clothes wet.